New run from Mitt. Fortune rejected. The reason being, pausing and restarting a level is not allowed. Yes, okay, that is true. Regardless, let's see how you've improved, because number went down. We'll see why the number went down, though. Is it truly because of the restart, or have you improved enough to achieve that time regardless? We'll be able to see 10.5 hours. I mean, yeah, just over 10.5 hours. Okay. Let's get into the game. Get into the game. Yep. And we're off. Okay. Unlucky on the cutscene skip. Starting with the dive, that's fine. Harder. Alright. Let's mute for the replay really quick. Alright. Rule of thumb. This is exactly when you dive. Right when... No, here. Right when the hill goes just off screen, you can hard dive here with gravity and disc. And then just release before hitting the crevice here to get the maximum speed and maximum launch. Unmute. There we go. Early. Now. Oh, hesitating. Okay, just some more practice, that's all. Oh, you have to commit. You need to increase your greed levels. That's the key. Be as greedy as you can and get away with it. That being said, unfortunate impact there. Yeah. Preferably you would hit just here, as it is not as rounded as you can. I don't know if you can tell exactly, but yeah, around here is less rounded. Or if you would hit from higher, you could have rolled down harder. Either way. But unfortunate impact there. How do you recover? Alright, not much to say about this part. You're just finding your own personal ways of recovering. Oh yeah, actually, this is a good mark to denote progress. What you want to do... Hold on. Skip about here. What you want to do... moment. You want to, the second you touch the power up, was at 140 and change. Well, you need this number to go down a bit. Try and get, I don't know, 110 as your next goal for cleaning up the beginning portion. Because optimally, I would say 59 or faster on the first power-up pickup. That includes Lucky Spawn, that includes Perfect Play and all that. Interesting. That landing didn't work though. Let's find out why. Why didn't this work? It's difficult to see. Okay. I think that's why it didn't work. You boomed too close to the ground maybe, and the angle wasn't that great. It's more so the angle, I think. Yeah, angle was poor. You could have used oh, you know what? Actually, we can tell because your ball here, switching the disc here. Is that what's happening? I think so. You could have, yeah. This is disc right here. After that impact, you impacted. It's hard to, you can't tell exactly how you impacted. Were you disc on impact and then switch the ball, or was it the other way around? I'm not exactly positive, but I think the right answer would have been staying disc the entire time while diving and then just pulling up. That's the most consistent method. Anyways, we're taking the crater. Okay. Normally this would be the ramp you go up, you take the clouds, and then bomb down for the clip. Is Mitt gonna go for the clip in this run? I'm curious. Right, we're still on track. Okay, I've been noticing this consistently. Let yourself climb, friend. Let yourself climb. You know how hard it is to get and maintain a boom, specifically on this planet. Don't miss out on that free height that you could be getting. I know it's, you know, you're not going forward as much, but that height is worth it for building booms. Do you get the clip, though? That's all that matters. Nope. Ooh. You, my friend, got unlucky, and there was nothing you could do about it. Let's go from here. What the hell is that? Why did that interaction work that way? You didn't touch anything. There's no impact or anything whatsoever. Unfortunately, this is a finished game, apparently, but, you know, let's save that conversation for another time. Alright, you know the route. Just need to learn how to maintain a boom and then unlock the full potential of the route, because utilizing normal play while staying on route, yes, you'll get a decent time, but the skills you need to learn won't develop if you don't get that first initial boom and then just work towards maintaining that. Interesting. I think you had the right idea, but see the landing? Okay. At this point, you could consider trying to ball down the hill to maintain this speed, potentially. What's happening is that you're choosing to climb. There are these nice crevices that you can utilize. You can actually dive pretty hard onto this crevice. There's not really like any like janky collision here. You can really take this hard and like shoot out if you do a ball dive. Or not a ball dive, excuse me. You land in ball and then switch the disc quickly and shoot out. I think that was a potential like attempt at doing that. That's what that seemed like. See, because of your initial speed right now is too low, you are not really utilizing ground effect the way you think you should be. The better alternative would be to take the aggressive ground bounce approach at this point to build up a minimum speed, which then you can start going for ground effect. Going for another boom attempt. Too low. Unfortunate. What's funny is though, you tried the hand setup, which I've started to do recently, just because it's kind of free. You can smack the shit out of this hill, and then it'll just send you as while in disc, by the way. Smack the shit out of this hill, it will just take you all the way up, perfectly straight up, vertically. So this is a free way to get some major height for a casual player. Not high enough. Excuse me, not high up enough. Too low. Honestly, if you're up for it, only if you're up for it, admit, I would recommend downloading the speed tracker and studying your runs afterwards. You know, with the tracker up, because that's a great way to see where you can see the spikes in speed loss, speed gain, so you can easily pinpoint how much speed you need to boom, how much speed you need to maintain to boom. Usually the threshold is like, I don't know, like 100 units or so. So like, let's say it takes 700 units to get a sonic boom on Sagan. As long as you maintain, you know, the low 650s or so, like maybe don't go below like 610 or something like that, you can maintain a boom. Like if even if it takes 100 more speed to maintain, as long as you don't go below that small margin, you have all this leeway to build and gain speed in between. Obviously, you can go faster than 700 units and maintain the boom, but the main thing is understanding minimum speed and minimum height, which would be huge. And the tracker, which was made by Last Xseed. Let me give him a small shout out. Shout out to Last Xseed for making that. I think that would be a very useful tool for you. And one moment, let me make sure I'm not muted, because that's happened before. Okay, sweet. Moving on. One small issue I might add, it's not an issue in your play at all, is that once you learn the Sagan clip, it kind of trivializes the need to understand casual play on this particular planet, I would say. So I would argue, well, before we get to the next planet, I would argue that step one would be, you know, maintaining a sonic boom all the way to the very first power up in a timely fashion. You know, I would say like try to go for like minute 20, minute 10, hitting the power up. And then from there is learning how to, you know, incrementally keep your boom for longer and longer, until you're capable of accessing the enough height to achieve the clip. All right, moving on. Okay, you know what the rollout is, but you're doing it in a way that you're more comfortable with. Okay, are you gonna try the rabbi strats? No. Okay. Could you get a boom here? Are you going fast enough? Not really. Nah. Unlucky. Ground bouncing. Where was that in Sagan? You remembered here. Keep going. Keep going for it. As aggressive as you can, as often as you can. Make use of that speed. Because most of these setups require a great deal of speed on the approach to even have a chance at going for some of these tricks. Well, tricks. I mean like setups is what I mean. Epic bomb into the hill. Nope. Okay. Taking your time. That's fine. That's a bit too much. Yeah. Alright, too much sauce, but you know that you wanted to pull up at that hill that you went over just now. Okay. Approaching the wind. That is a great place to go for aggressive ground bouncing, to potentially farm a boom here. You could maybe get 3 or 4 bounces, and that might be enough to boom. Yeah, yeah. Wait, fuck. I didn't set the shit. I didn't set the stream like VOD thing. Hold on. Output. No, I want the VOD track to be on 1. Shit, I can't. Oh, fuck. I would have to restart the stream. All right. Screw it. We forgot to do it this time. Moving on. So, the video won't have any, this video's audio. It's just gonna be me talking. Who cares? Live and learn. Using that for a little bit of speed, that's fine. Early approach, but it looks nice. Hold on. Like, perfect. To be perfectly honest, this looks nice. Less waiting. It's just less waiting. I might steal that, to be perfectly honest. It's less waiting. It's just strictly better, potentially. We'll have to see with faster approaches how doable that is. If it's worth it to go for and whatnot. Pretty good. Just gotta have to learn to chain it all together. Gonna try again for this. This is a little dangerous of a spot to do it considering the lineup. Down, 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 down. No, you're staying. You needed to, in my opinion, go for another dive to maintain your speed. Because as you're coasting, you're doing nothing but losing speed. You know, the small dips you do, or it's another thing you have to cut out. Pretty much in every situation, I would say, the way you're doing it. Just because you're cutting your speed off for very little benefit. Pretty much zero benefit, actually. So, in that aspect, I think you're getting a little bit in your own way. For this section, pretty much just, keep practicing, further familiarize yourself with the route. You're on your way, pretty much, so. Alright. Moving on to Kyrnis. I actually had to look at your splits, because it's been a little bit. What you can do is, while on these screens, hold on, I can give a visual. While on these screens, for example, on this planet, you want to be the entire time holding diagonal and left, so that way when the screen is white, you'll be rolling in ball but veering towards the correct hill to set up on. So that was my little visual demonstration. But yeah, you would be rolling and just perfectly on course with that hill. But this is neat. Unique setup. The thing is that while you do get the height you need, it's a little bit slow to get here. Oh, one thing you need to realize is that this is one of the most forgiving planets in the game. Do crazy ball dives here. It will almost always work. The physics is very, very similar to how the game originally was in the demo. Sagan's original physics are very similar to Kyrnis' current physics. Using ball to slow down is perfectly fine. Just, watch your timing. But you got it at all, which is nice. I think you're diving a bit too early. You could have actually... There's many things you could have done. Hold on. Okay, you got the boom. Pull up. Use those clouds. See all these clouds? These clouds go on for a pretty considerable stretch, and you can maintain your sonic boom by going through them. If at any point you feel like while inside the clouds you're going to lose your sonic boom, you can at any point just dive down further and attempt to maintain ground effect at that point. So I think that's actually, yeah, I would say that that's the best beginner's approach towards this section, I think, because at some point you can choose, okay, well, I know that clouds, while they maintain my boom, aren't as fast as ground effect, maintaining ground effect while staying low. I just know that to be true. So once I'm comfortable doing, the exact amount of gravity for the exact kind of dive I want, I can, refrain from taking the clouds and just go straight for ground effect, things like that, as clear goals and steps ahead to improve. And the main reason why I'm saying this is you're creating more challenges for yourself, because diving that early caused you to, oh shit, I have to kind of maneuver, going uphill at a weird angle, and it's not that great. Like I said previously, some of these landings could have been solved by just switching the ball. This planet allows for that kind of leeway. Unfortunate, didn't line that up right. But like I had mentioned previously on a different review, what you want to line up with is, you see this half-broken halo ring thing in this structure. You want to head in the direction of the halo ring, just like this. Pretty much exactly like this. So line up like this. Just right in between and in that direction, because you're trying to head left for, is it that? No, that's probably just an ember from just like the close proximity. But there's a lava vent just like this one. This is the one at the end housing the monolith. There's one just to the left heading this way, the closest one in this direction, not the one over here. This one just sends you straight up and is not that great. Also, it's not at a fast speed either. So yeah, just like this. Where was this on Sagan, buddy? You know what to do. It's just, remember to do it as often as possible. It truly is, like, in terms of beginner strategies, the fastest way to move. Very nice. What was your measurement for when to dive, I wonder? Let's find out together. Because what I do is, the second I'm above these clouds, which is right now, I know that I can dive. That's my personal marker for Curious, for Nautica 1. I think that's pretty much, and Darwin. But that's pretty much it in terms of using the clouds to measure, I would say. Yep, cloud height equals boom on all those planets I mentioned, including this one. So yeah, with that boom right here, let's see what methods you tried to use to maintain your ground effect. Too low. What you needed to do was ground effect and clear it. You can clear it if you just maintain the ground effect. You would have gained lift, and it would have just sent you. This is, I would argue, even a bit ambitious. You could have went around as well. Another option. At this point is when you stop ground bouncing. You have your top speed. Maintain it via ground effect. That is the main purpose of ground effect, is to maintain your top speed. So unless you're at top speed, you shouldn't be going for ground effect, essentially. But yeah, that touching the ground there caused you to lose your boom. Alright, on to Nautica 1. Let's see what is your preferred rollout. Okay, just bouncing. That's fine. You can do about 4 and then go under and meet that little cloud to your top left. You can... a little late on that. You could have went deeper into the water. You could have done a small boom into the water and then just pulled up. That would have been enough. Okay. So now this is just going to be a mishmash of utilizing all the different mechanics and figuring out on the fly what would be the best method out of your set of options. Excellent. And I've now... oh, there we go. There we go. That was very nice. I like that you kept it there. That was a critique I gave last time, and you are clearly aware of that. Very nice. It didn't end up working, but the attempt was noticed. Ooh, you did it again. You did it again. You recorrected instead of committing to a dive. Either climb or go for a boom. It's a full commitment either way. Don't go halfway, it's just slow. Too low, shouldn't have even gone for it. Alright, either go under or go for a pop. Unlucky. No bounce. That would be a situation. Hold on. Oh, I'm doing the volume, not the... There we go. Not the frames. Okay. So here, I would have done camera up. I'm always femme. That's just what I naturally do. And I'm always holding forward as well. So, forward, camera up, jumping. That's what we want to be doing. Send it top left. Top right, according to the screen here. To try and hit that cloud layer to send you up even further. You're too far away from this water spout to engage with it, so that would be your best bet currently. I'm not sure exactly how fast this meteor's going. Too slow. Okay, so yeah, your best bet would have been clouds there, or to get another pop to go for the clouds. Let's see what happens. Okay, slight route efficiency. I think you are too far to the right. Generally speaking, keep the craft on the left side of the power-up. That's my visual tell if I'm heading in the right direction. I want to be engaging with these you want to be engaging with these falling meteors, these water spouts, and these large connections of dense cloudage as often as possible. Also, the waves are nice. It's a little bit more turbulent on the right side. Like, look at all this terrain you have to contest with. Whereas if you go a little bit further to the left, you'll notice it's calmer and you have more time to see what's approaching. Nice pop. Okay, your option there was either go left to the water spout or right towards the tail of the meteorite. Instead, you chose to go in the middle. That's just a knowledge thing, and you'll understand that you have to go for your options. You have to force you have to force one of your available options. You can't just like slowly fly in the air like that. You did it here. Camera up. Very nice. Unlucky. If anything, while yes, unlucky, you could have aimed for the back of the wave instead of the front, and that's just will always pretty much always have a higher success rate in terms of getting the bounce exactly how you want it. It's a little less predictable when you hit the front of the waves. But yeah, look at all this, all like the heavy rain effects, the screen shake, all the structures you have to dodge. Remember, let's wait until you get past this. What you're aiming for, you'll show it off on the screen really quick. What you're aiming for is, again, you want to be left of this power up at all times, so that way you know you're right on track, and avoiding all of this, nonsense that slows you down. Very nice pop. Unfortunate. Definitely needed to climb more. Or say fuck it and just go underwater and try again. Because you can, like right here, on that dive, you could have maybe gone for a boom, pushed yourself under deep enough, camera up, go straight up, and then attempt another boom that would have a nicer landing and send you more forward. That's one of the nicer things, I guess, you could say about Nautica, is that there's many opportunities to try again. But on the flip side, if you want to be a little bit more negative about it, that just means there's a lot more places to mess up as well. So, take that with a grain of salt, and make sure to explore your options more. All right, which type of approach do you take? Okay, the hover approach. At this point, you can be feathering, just tapping the gravity a little bit, go on track. And then at this point, hard dive. Late, but you got the bounce. Very nice. It didn't matter. Extremely nice. Unfortunately, though, you killed your own boom. You were doing everything right, and then you decided to dive here. Too soon. Climb, climb, climb. You are going to make it to these clouds and not lose your boom. And then once you're inside the clouds, you can you can go for the dive again and maintain the bounces. Even if you lose your boom on the way to the clouds, you can reach them, gain a little bit more height, camera up, and go for a boom again. Another retry. All right, and now we're just, waiting until we get to the end. Okay. Do you do the setup? Do you do the setup in which the second the screen appears, gravity, let me Okay, so, when I was showing camera up, was I doing this by accident? Because that's not what you want to do. This is camera up. Is it? Wait, holy shit. Hold on, we gotta pull up the game. One moment. Hold on, am I spitting bullshit? Oh, look at that. Steam wants to update. Very good timing. Alright, booting up. Yeah, it's not shown on screen right now, but I have 404 hours in EXO, and I've forgotten how the camera controls work, so that's going to be fun. Alright, let's get this to capture. Also, let's just jump into a planet. Alright, let's get this to capture. Oh, auto capture. Fantastic. Alright, get me in. Let me in. Here we go. Yep. Okay. No. I was actually full of shit. No. We're good. We're good. So this is camera up. It is just 1-to-1. It's not inverted. Was I playing a game recently where that was the case and I just forgot? I wonder. Anyways, let's get right back to it. But yeah, the secret is the second the screen is up, gravity, we're holding forward. The second the ball appears from the screen and reach, oh, excuse me, what am I pointing? Use the mouse, dummy. The second the ball drops from the screen, and the second it just dips below, underneath the camera, that's when you flick camera up. You're holding forward this whole time. You switch to glide, and you're spamming jump to get out of the water as quickly as possible. So we're holding this, we're holding this, spam and jump while with this held. This is what we're doing. All right. This music reminds me of Katamari Damacy, which I rather enjoy. Okay, you found your own way to do things. That's perfectly fine. Just go for the dive immediately. Hard dive. Being a scaredy cat. What you have to do. Nope. Keep going. Go under the water. Just before you go under the water, release gravity and let yourself rise naturally. You will get you won't get ground effect under the water, but you'll hit the seafloor at just the right angle, and you'll get the perfect bounce to maintain your boom. And I don't recall if I mentioned it in previous run reviews, but the water in Nautica 2 has special properties in which rising out of it will actually increase your speed, not decrease your speed. So that is why we use quote-unquote dolphin strats. Which I just coined right now. I'm not going to pretend like that's a fucking term. But hey, it can be. Why not? That's essentially what we're trying to do, which is in approximately 4 dives, all of which we would bounce off the ocean floor, make it to this power-up. All right. 1 bounce, go into the bucket there. Nope. Multiple bounces on the water like that slow you down a lot. You can survive 1, but more than 1 is too much of a loss of speed. With that 1 bounce, you should be aiming for this little bucket here. You see the chicken, the drumstick? You know, this is the chicken, this is the bone. This little bucket, like I know you've seen me do many times, you can scoop in it and shoot out from the top, going over this tall section or this shallower section. Either way, setting you up to maintain your boom by getting another nice dive under the water. which it looks like you're going for said dive. This is a free spot. Unfortunately, you dove too early and hit a flatter portion of the terrain. In the event of a mess up here, you can still go underwater, shoot out, and go for another dive again, just like in Nautica 1. You might as well, because the mess up loses you speed anyway, so you might as well, try and get some of it back. Like, all of this stretch, there's at least one or two boom attempts still available to you. Wrong side. Good idea, wrong side. Okay. So you're going to take the wind. That is a fair option. It makes sense. If you're going to take the wind, though, don't dive here. Dive here. Get this water, shoot out, and take the wind. Because remember the properties of water, like I repeated earlier, of Nautica 2. You gain speed when coming out instead of losing speed. So that's something to consider. Touching the ground too much, losing all your speed due to the friction of ground on this planet. This is not a planet where you want to be touching the ground very often. While in disc, I would say. While in disc, yeah. Okay, going for the roll. Rolling boom. I think you could have rolled a little bit more there. Let's rewind and watch and reassess. Yeah, a little bit more rolling next time, I would say. The second you were positioned this way, pointing this way, though, is when you and like not bumping into this slope. I would switch to disc, staying low as well to get this ground effect that you're missing currently. You're going down for it though. Good, hard, sharp left turn. You can go sharper on that turn. Whoop, that would be really cool if it worked. I was rooting for you there. And finishing it up. Oh, and looking at your splits, you are super gold, which is fantastic. Go down now. Go down now. Go down now. Go down now. There you go. What you can do instead of just spamming ball there is just, once you break the surface tension of the water and you're underneath, switch back to disc and smack the monolith that way. That's a little bit more consistent. And funnily enough, I've only recently started implementing that for this specific planet. And a couple of extra tries. This is again why I switched to the second I was underwater being disc, to avoid situations such as those. Okay. Gore Knight's time. Oh no, it's Ramulum. Excuse me. Will you do the skip? Which version of the skip, at least? Because I've seen you do the skip before. Unlucky, doesn't matter because you hit the water, just get too slow. It's not gonna work, friend. Too slow. I'm not gonna get any bounces off that either. You can roll and pray, and that's what you did. And you got it. Very, very good. Definitely need to go for ground effect stuff here because you're spending a lot of time fighting with the game instead of going to the next section. Lower. Definitely recommend going lower than this. You want to be going underneath all of this because the ending is underneath this rock right here. It's down there. Just gotta go this way. Okay, you break through. And take this rest of the level manually. Yeah, there's not much I can say left here besides, practice the better skip. Because instead of spending, well, let's see how much time you spent on this level. What, like almost 2 minutes? Instead of spending about 2 minutes on this level, you could have, holy shit. Oh, you double skipped. Okay, I'm like, damn, 3 minutes gold. That's crazy. But yeah, you could turn that 2 minute time into like a 59-second time or faster. Okay, you're out. Big gravity here, big gravity. Nope, you're lining up more first. You can get that dive and just scoop and go. This is a lot of time wasted. Okay, try and hit the lip nicely. It's okay. If you think you're not going to hit the lip nicely, just dodge it completely and just move on to the next one via ground effect. This is definitely a well, not a planet, but a stage where you cannot force things. You have to, if you don't give it exactly what it needs the first time, you just have to go along. You are close enough. Hold gravity, get in the gravity well. Faster. You were close enough much earlier on than I was saying, I think. Yeah, realize that the gravity wells are shaped exactly like they're like thin force fields, just coating the I guess planetoids or asteroids. I'm not sure what their size would categorize them as. You got skilled. You got outskilled by the game. I'm being completely facetious. This just is bad luck. Yep, dead run. But that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is to see your gameplay. So, I don't care that you restarted here. Obviously, it's not going to go up on the leaderboards, but it's a still run review. That's the number one thing. And nice. Unlucky bounce there. You can hold gravity to turn a little bit there. You did. Just like I mentioned. Very nice. Okay, not many people. I don't see many people besides me doing this, honestly. Um, quick redirects, guys. If you're going towards a surface, and this button equals gravity, if you have enough gravity and you're going uphill, you're gonna go downhill. So that's how you turn around on this planet when you don't have steering controls. So you're going the wrong way here. Instead of ramping off and going backwards, you can simply hold gravity, turn right back around, and go for the same ramp again, which would give you the perfect setup to get the height you need to get hit by lightning. That's another place you could have turned around. Or at least gone to the right a bit more to get to the nicer mountains. Oh, you had the right idea, but you were too hasty there. Um, Obviously, that camera circling thing was you being upset. Um, but yeah, far too early. You want to hit here. And then take the ramp like that. So you needed to wait longer. You're being a little bit impatient. But you still get the height you need. This is totally going to work, yeah. You will be rebounded with equal force, so apply as much force to the water while electrified as possible. What you want to do is dive into the water as disc, and just before hitting the surface of the water, switch the ball, and then as you ascend, switch back to disc. Also, while in air, feather the like this, feather the gravity, so you're lining up with the clouds and potentially the next body of water to go for it again. I'm capturing the right screen, right? I'm being super paranoid right now. Okay, we're good. You have to wait. One option instead of waiting here is to turn around and hit the water right behind you. I rarely like doing that, but in your case, I think it would be completely worth it. Remember, you got hit by lightning. You got your jumps refreshed. Potentially, you could use those jumps to get into this cloud. Feather, feather, so you get struck by lightning again, and it doesn't dead you. You're not looking at the craft, so you have no idea what your current status is. That's not smart. Good dive. Remember, the lineup. Where are you? Okay. You're a little bit too close to the eclipse. You want to go right in the middle. You still hit all the water, and you're pointed in a good direction towards the end. You're a little too close here, so you're going more out of the way than you need to be, and it's slowing you down. So straighten up a little bit, like this. The main reason for that is just there's overall better visibility if you take that lineup. Ooh, very aggressive. I like the idea. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that time around. I want to see more of that kind of play, actually, from you. Basically, if you're not pressing buttons, you're not doing as much as you can. Which is very, like, a roughly accurate chain of words to what you need to be doing. Because obviously everything has a condition. clouds or ramping. Those are your two options now that water isn't nearly as available. There might still be a patch of water further up, but you're running out of options in terms of mechanics to utilize. So your options are clouds and ramping. You remember to jump once, you have another one. Camera up, gain some height. Go for a boom to finish things. Now we're cruising through the clouds, okay? And we're on to Darwin. Ah, you're not going for the climbing strat. See, I think you would have already been booming by now if you had instead gone for the second you spawn in. Hold glide, hold forward, and just climb. You just climb until it does the rainy effect. That means you're high enough up for a boom. I have to relaunch the game, but that's okay. Let me showcase that really quick. Darwin. Okay, like I mentioned, we're going to be holding glide, holding up, and just climbing with the A button. My controller would connect. There we go. Alright. Holding glide, holding forward, and climbing. Spamming jump. Oh, we hit it. That's enough for a boom. And then we go for water bouncing just like this. Alright, I think we'll just leave the game on and just have it not captured while we're reviewing. But yeah, that is what I'd like to see you go for. It is definitely faster than this. Didn't get the bounce, unlucky. Didn't get the ground effect from the water, unlucky. Also, you should just be able to tell by using that boost pad that it feels terrible to use. It's not worth it, my friend. Just bounce on one of these waves, go for cloud height again, and get a boom. Pardon me. Get some water. Uh-oh. It's okay, we can still get a boom just from the wind coming up right now. Do a tiny, tiny bit of feathering. Tiny bit. There you go, you did it. Do it again. And then touch the water with the bounces. This is terrifying. I don't see the utility in that, personally. What do you hope to gain by weaving through here when You want to head this way as quickly as possible to the power up. You see what I'm saying? This is out of the way and unnecessarily dangerous, I think. What you can do is just completely reorient yourself while still in the wind to point directly at the power up. Nice. Good idea. Ground effect, ground effect. A little too much. A little bit. What you're doing is like long ones, like this. So you need to be doing baby ones like this, while excuse me, while under the water, just like this. This part, like, ish rhythm. Excellent. Keep it going. No, no, no. Hit it again. Faster. All right. Too much air. Too much time spent just gliding through the air. You needed to much more aggressively maintain those water bounces to keep your boom. For those of you unaware, there are many ways you can take this approaching section. You can go straight down the middle like Mitt is doing. You can go to the left of the floating islands, or you can go to the right. Um, the left and middle approaches would send you going above and over the both ways. You would go over the floating islands, but the right side, you would pretty much try and go next to and under until you go over this one particular island to set up for the chain of boost pads. And that is currently the most optimal route. But for a casual player, any of the three options is perfectly valid. I personally go back. Okay. I personally would have taken this. I would have dove and shot to then dive and shoot on the next one to then dive and shoot into the wind. Alternatively, what do you do? You're just coasting on here. You see how slow you were moving, though, in comparison to the method I described, which would be faster. If you could find a way to get a boom there, that would be so cool. Because I remember mentioning previously, I do enjoy that small maneuver, and think it could be useful. Okay, what happened here is oh, the game sound. Hold on. Turn off effects. Thank you. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, the when to dive. So you're changing colors here. That means dive. You lost your boom because you didn't dive there. You see? See the window that you have? That's your window. All of this color change moment is your window to do a stabilizing dive that will perpetuate your boom further. The lineup is weaving through like this and then turning and going over the wind and hitting the chain of boost pads like that. So you want to go around this one. But that's not the one with the wind. And then you get about 2 or 3 dives to line up to the island that you want to go over. That you're coming up upon right now. You can go for aggressive ground bounces here and get a sonic boom. You want to be hitting the ground on these ones to go for bounces. Try and get your sonic boom that way. Nice upwind boom. Turn, turn, turn. I have no idea where you're going, friend. You're taking the wide set. Oh, you just forgot. Okay, that's no big deal. You'll remember next time. No big. Dive, dive, dive. Oh, you had it. That wasn't the hard one. This one you just went through is the hard one to hit. Dive hard, get that ground effect off of the structure. Very nice. Got to bounce, maintain it. See, that dive right there was perfectly timed to maintain your boom. You need to review this exact situation and utilize it in other scenarios because that was perfect. Another bounce. Fantastic. Fantastic. Where was this play before? Do exactly this. Exactly this more often and your times will get shorter and shorter. Okay, rolling start. No, gliding start. You want to do a rolling start because you can roll down this small hill, glide off, roll a little bit again, and ramp up. I don't think I need to show that off. Because you still get the ramp here, but oh, not high enough. You're never gonna get a boom at that height. You need to be above that cloud that you went through. This is definitely one of the more unforgiving planets in terms of the optimal route. That being said, really the main mechanic being the heavy winds is a killer as well to, casual and more experienced runners alike. Yep, keep going for these aggressive ground bounces. You could be slightly more aggressive. Because remember, there's no natural accelerate button. There's no gas pedal or anything. There's just downforce and release of downforce. So if you're not generating enough downforce, you're not generating enough forward momentum, is the way you should think about it. I would have potentially rolled on that previous dive. Apologies if I sound hoarse or the constant clearing of my throat. I don't feel that great and I shouldn't be talking right now, but I want to get this run review done because it's been sitting here for a couple days now. Don't want to make Mitt wait anymore. I didn't think that would work. Interesting. How's the sound? I didn't do any, barely did any testing of the audio. Now, while those are noob-friendly strats, they are in no way reliable. So I would definitely, as soon as possible, um, just be more familiar with the current route. Nice. Oh, a little too much turning. Another reason why you should take the route. This wind is not useful. You're going out of your way for this wind. Okay, free boom here. Oh, you needed to go lower. You needed to go lower, and just before landing, just switch the ball. You would have been perfectly fine. This is a planet where you can utilize, less. How do I word that? Hold on, give me one moment. Collect myself. Hmm. I forgot how to drink water as well. So yeah, utilizing the properties of ball where there'd be less friction, specifically on Obius. Um, it's just random. It's just random. Every planet's different, and sometimes ground disc is better than ground ball. It's just the way it is. I can't really say why. It's just that's how the physics works. This setup isn't really conducive of hitting this pad nicely. How will it aim you? Okay. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Please, please, my friend. Please stop doing that. You're killing your speed for no reason. Don't do that. Look how low you are. You're not utilizing the clouds that are just above you because you went too low. Yeah, you wouldn't have needed to dive for until like now if you had just coasted and went through the clouds. And you would have had a higher success rate of maintaining your sonic boom. This should work. I didn't know the uphill part went so shallow there. Dive now. You would have gotten a boom maybe. Dive now? No, too early. But yeah, that one's hard to tell even for me. Excellent. Where was this earlier? Excellent. You're comfortable with this. You just need to do it more often. You need to see the situation and understand that doing this more often will help you. Unfortunate bounces here. Not getting the rhythm. You're figuring it out though. Okay, you're getting back to it while you still have control left. Okay, you've lost control. You're rolling. You started rolling approximately at like, what, like 45, 45, something like that? 45, 40? 45, 40, I think it was, around there. Which means this should take until 46, 40. Around there is when you want to pull back due to the speed of your approach. Because, yeah, this segment takes about a minute straight of just kind of waiting. Keep going, friend. You waited too long to see if it registered as well. You'll know it works because the wind effects will cut off completely and transition to the silence the second you get it. There you go. All right, that was 4638. Got it. Do you get the cutscene skip? We pray. We pray. Cutscene skip. Cutscene skip. Not the best one, but it's a decent one. Upon spawning, you could see the end. So you should know. Immediately. Okay, I see the end. Gravity until I get a boom. The second I get a boom, that's when we course correct. And then use feathering to maintain. You should be diving, diving, diving until you get a boom. You didn't notice that the monolith was on screen immediately. You've boomed. You need to no. This is a mistake. You want all that height. You want all that height so you can feather and maintain your boom, because this planet, it takes a very long time at that low altitude to get a sonic boom. You've experienced this firsthand from other submissions you've sent in, so just to reiterate on that. Yeah, this is a major waste of time currently. This is too low. You don't get that nice updraft of the upper layer of clouds. So it's never worth it to be under there. If you have to go under there to like climb into new clouds, do so as infrequently as possible if you can help it. Because as you can see, you're struggling to get a sonic boom now because of the low altitude. You need to be above this top pink cloud to have a chance at a boom. Anything lower than that is not going to work. So keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. This will work. Nice. Unfortunately, you dipped below the pink cloud layer and went into the darker cloud layer, which kills your boom. Okay, come on. We're almost at the end. I don't want to keep having to clear my throat and stuff. Hopefully that's the last time. You can do it. Very nice. Just go up. Up, up, up. Camera up helps you here too. When going through clouds, camera up helps. Oh, you just hit those clouds too late. That was unlucky. You couldn't do anything about that. Maybe feathering, but you know, I thought you were gonna make it, so I would have done the same thing. Okay. And then, again, as a reminder, your pause and restart of Sojournus invalidates the run automatically. But congratulations on a new lower time. And that's that.